What is happening, Magnus sites? You know what it is. Part 3. Part 3. Everybody been begging for part 3. All right.
Read what Tom Segura wrote about.
Okay, this is at Tom Segura.
Right.
1:33 p.m. Fuck Will Smith's candy ass smacking a dude 4 inches shorter and 50 pounds lighter.
Okay.
Don't necessarily disagree. He's just in his feelings because his bald-headed... Well, I don't know if I should really be saying this. Because if someone just clips the front, then I'm saying it. But anyway...
You know it's a bad sign when he hands you the phone to read it. Tom texts us in, or just say it.
He's just in his feelings because his bald-headed bitch been fucking around on him for years, and he takes it. We all know who he wishes he could slap. Hashtag...
Wow.
Well,
So Segura's on the fence.
yes.
Holy shit. Yeah, he's far from on the fence.
A little bit ambiguous.
I wrote back. I just. By the way, this is my business partner. Okay.
Right.
And I was like, so hey man, we have a movie in the works. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
Like, so I feel.
Chris Rock is making fun of Will Smith in a very polite, it's very vanilla way.
Yeah.
He casually, I realize now, just on the fly, looks at Jada, who's bald, and says, "I can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2.
Yeah.
Andrew.
It's a throwaway joke.
Andrew, that's it.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are acting like, they're acting like, Chris Rock was like, "Hey, yo, bald bitch wife." Dude, I am more outraged today than I was before.
Because you never even saw it. You
Because
just
I
heard
didn't
about
realize
it. Yeah.
how vanilla, he did a dad joke.
Well, here's what's funny. A lot of people are saying it's a bad joke, which is also true. It is a bad joke.
It's a corny dad joke.
It's a corny joke, yeah.
But like...
How do you even get mad at a bad joke?
He did deliver it like it was throwaway. Yeah, he did deliver it like it was a throwaway joke. And to tell you the truth, I thought he said it on the fly, but I'm hearing that someone wrote it for him to say. I didn't know that. Did the person, and if that's true, did the person that wrote it know? Or not?
He's always, his rap songs, he never swears, and he always tries to stay wholesome. You don't swear at the Oscars, you know, the guy's a fraud. Nicest guy, Hollywood. No wonder his wife keeps on cheating on him. He's a sack.
Oh,
the problem wasn't the slap. The slap was just someone losing their temper.
You know, I really didn't. I'm just like, he slapped a comedian. And the fact that so many people feel that he was really wrong for that. You know, because there's people that think he was right. But so many... Yo, it's like comedians are banding together across the planet and roasting him. This is wild.
Apology just sucked. The apology was just like, he apologized to the Academy, he apologized to his fellow actors.
Yeah.
Like, what? They didn't get bloody hit in the face. Apologized to Chris, and nothing happened. You got to sit back and you see, what I didn't like was the actors all stood up and applauded him, and they all comforted him, and then on the E-Entertainment afterwards, they were going, "Oh, this ruined Will's moment." No, someone should have yelled out, say sorry to Chris. You know what I mean? Or just stay seated. Or done something. Some minor protest.
Man, that was wild. Bitch slapped on television. Next year, the Oscar's going to be produced by Dana White. Yeah. Even Putin was watching that shit going, "Dude, it's a little violent over there, huh? Holy hell."
I did see people online that were like, you know, she's been very vocal about alopecia, and and then people are like struggling with this disease or whatever they've used terms like, dude, 0 people are dying from alopecia. You just lose a little bit of hair.
Check it out.
Doesn't matter.
I don't care.
Yeah, my hair is orange and it's thinning.
Yeah.
So do I get...
Like I said before in other videos, if you have the situation where I've been through this so many times. If she's vocal about it, yes, I know she came out with the video saying she didn't care. But like I said, a lot of people do that. So she's still maybe, sensitive about it. Making a joke like that, if you know, is kind of a low blow. It's a dig that could rip the scab off of somebody's sensitivity. Now, what I compared it to is just because it's not something fatal doesn't mean that it's not something that doesn't bother people. There are several conditions around the planet that are not fatal, but really bother people that have them. I have a friend that's autistic. It bothers her. She's very intelligent, but the fact that she has autism, it bothers her on a certain level because there's certain things that go over her head. She doesn't understand, she doesn't get, but she has a genius level IQ. And, you would never know. You might think she had ADHD or something, but she's actually autistic. Didn't it come out that people were saying that Chris Rock actually has a learning disability, which keeps him from kind of understanding certain body language? So, yeah, and a matter of fact, my friend, she has autism and she doesn't understand certain social cues. Anyway, we're getting off this up. It's not fatal. It's not fatal, but it really bothers her. So, vitiligo, the Michael Jackson disease. You're black and all of a sudden you start getting white patches all on your body. That's devastating to people, Millions or thousands, I don't know how many of men and women lose their hair all the time, and it's devastating. You know what I mean? So when people use, it wasn't fatal, it doesn't hold any water for me, because there are plenty of non-fatal conditions that can really bother people. Acne isn't fatal, but do you know how devastating it is for certain people? The scars it leaves, the pus, all that stuff, the insecurity that creates in the human mind when your skin isn't clear. It's a multi-billion-dollar business to help get rid of acne. You got what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff out there. You can make the wrong joke in a sensitive time and boom. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, a lot of people make videos saying, something don't bother them, but in reality, it just might. Or it's kind of those things, okay, say it's like this. You were sensitive about it for the most part. You finally got over it, and then someone makes a joke about it in front of millions of people. It can hurt again. You know what I mean? Gives Will no right to slap him. He should have never did it. He was 100% wrong. But what I'm saying is, I get the feelings that certain people get. I'm looking at all the different sides of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, that fatal disease, it doesn't matter.
Who do you get to slap?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who do you get to slap if somebody's like, look at this ginger? It's like, a lot of people are suffering with ginger.
Yeah. Gingeritis is a serious
By the way,
disease.
again, to me, that's not the issue. Stop talking about alopecia. Can we be 100?
Yeah.
Chris Rock made a dumb dad joke in the moment. Not thinking about nothing else other than, here's a glamorous black woman dressed to the nines with her rich-ass husband, and they're both successful, and he just making fun. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Fucking stop talking about alopecia. Fuck off.
By the way, the Alopecia Foundation is like, yes! They're getting so much attention.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm sure.
Well, actually, Sandler retweeted Chris Rock's tour. He was like, love you, buddy. And he retweeted the tickets for and the tour.
Oh, it's
I
already
saw
sold
this.
out.
I saw this thing that was like it sold out in like seconds.
Oh, the only
People
person
were so excited
The
to go
only
see him.
person, because now they want to see him clown. He should name the shit Jada. You know what I'm saying?
Unless he can flip it in this new tour. Now, he can't flip it and talk shit about Will, but he's got to be able to make jokes about it. To the point where he can, address it in a way where we go, I guess that was kind of funny, and your reaction was reasonable. Because right now, the reaction looks soft. Not saying he should go and fucking beat the shit out of him, but he shouldn't have been, told what to do and then immediately capitulate. He should have just sat there and also, fucking continued to read the teleprompter. He should have stopped the fucking thing and said, get him out of there. He just slapped me. I'm being professional because I don't want to ruin this award for everybody else that's here, and I don't want to ruin this night. But he's not allowed to slap me and just keep staying here for the rest of the show.
And you at least say that off stage. But it's also so tough to tell somebody how you would react when that happens. Because not only did you get slapped, there's no way you thought you were actually going to get slapped. And then by the time you process what happens, he's back in his chair yelling. And you're just like, what?
Yeah, I have so much empathy for...
You just slapped? What the fuck? Yeah, like you said, this has happened to you.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. That's what I thought, too, at first. I was like, yo, I wouldn't let nobody do that to me. And, you know, I was thinking about how Chris handled it, and I was just like, you know, he handled it really well, and he just kept rolling. I don't think that he came off soft after I sat and I thought about it, and I rewatched it. And, you know, I was just, because, remember, in my first reaction with Scarlo, I had said something like, yo, like, you know how many people's going to be talking like, yo, you was a bitch? Like they're going to be talking about Chris like that, and... but that was in the moment of my mind just going through so many thoughts. But after I sat down and really thought about it, I was like, yo, I already know what's going to happen. I know that they're going to try to cancel Will. And Chris is going to come out as a good guy because he stayed calm. That's what it's going to be. And that's what I started to see happen. However, there are a lot of people that are on Will's side. You know what I'm saying? That he was defending his wife and all this other stuff. And you know, he should have never did that, man. He should have never did, like, you know, there's women that I've seen saying that, like, they like, you know, I was watching Kevin Samuels, I was watching other things, and I was just like, yo, I can't believe some of these women, like, that was okay, but I can believe it, because I see the different perspectives, especially when you have a little bit of info or no info. Like, for example, if a person is like, well, Jada been vocal about having alopecia and how sensitive she is about it, right? Just say that's all they know. So in their eyes, yeah, Will flipped out. He might have been wrong, but he was right for slapping him for making fun of his wife in front of millions of people. However, they don't know about the video where she said she was okay with it now, and she didn't care. Plus, they don't know that Chris didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different points of info to where you can connect dots and be like, yeah, he should have did it. But then there's points, it's like, if you know everything that happened, no. I mean, still, no matter what, he shouldn't have did that, because you can get arrested. There's charges, there's lawsuit, money, career. There's a lot on the line. Your respect, there's a lot on the line. He shouldn't have did it. But, like I said with the Chris Rock joke, you know, I ain't saying he should have did it, but I understand. So there's people out there saying, I ain't saying Will should have slapped him, but I understand type of stuff, you know. And it's like, well, maybe you don't know. Gotta get the full story before you pass judgment.
Slapped and you're like, what? I just no slap for
you just cannot believe
a
it.
G.I. Jane joke?
You go up, you smack the guy in the face. Chris handled it. And here's the other thing.
I also like when they were going like, this is gonna open a door for people coming on. It's like, that's been happening.
Wow.
I got a
It's always happened. There's nothing worse than security at a fucking comedy club. My favorite thing ever, the amount of times somebody came up on stage and I'm looking like, I remember being at Dangerfield and having the mic stand going, you can't come up here, you can't come up here. And I'm looking out at the bar. Those three jackasses in suits are just sitting there watching like it was part of the fucking show. The worst thing is when they go to kick somebody out, all they do is just get them on the other side of the door and they're like this. And then they turn their back and the guy always gets back in. Dude, I had like 3 guys that wanted to beat the fuck out of me and on separate occasions, and they ended up standing in the line like waiting to beat me up when I was selling merch. And I'm looking up, and they're like 5 guys away, and I'm looking at the bouncer like, I thought you threw that fucking guy out.
Oh my God.
Oh, why do we get back in here? He walked right through the front door again.
I was watching TV, and they dumped the audio as soon as he walked on stage. They dumped the audio, so it was all silent for us in America. But you didn't need the audio to know what he's saying. You could listen. The whole cast Dakota knew what he was
Waiting
saying.
in line. With the people trying to find her.
And if you put Jim Jeffries' punch on YouTube. You'll find the clip. It's from 2006 or something like that. And when it happened, it's worth the view. Trust me, it doesn't disappoint. But when it happened, I remember being so outraged, and then the cops showed up, and I was like, I'm going to press charges. And then I watched the footage, and I thought, I'm going to make a lot of money out of this, so I'm going to sell a few tickets.
Why did he run up on stage and try and punch in the head? What was going on there?
He wasn't a heckler or anything. He was just a bloke who was who brought a date. Now, often people bring dates to my shows, and it doesn't work out well for them. You should always bring a girl you've met a few times. Maybe show them one of the Netflix specials, ease them in. It's not good for a first date, She wasn't enjoying it, so he thought, I'll sort this out. He ran up to the stage and punched me in the head.
And he goes, all right, dude. And after he says, keep my wife's name out of your mouth the second time, Chris goes, all right. What he just did was, and I watched it, I've done it as a comic, your brain was about to go, I could light you up way more than what I just did.
Yeah.
I watched him physically go, I don't know what he was going to say, but he did that thing where he goes,
The dude's a pro.
He would do kudos to Chris Rock.
The dude's a pro because he a better man than me.
100%, because that wouldn't have been the case.
He a better man than me.
That's what a lot of people are saying. He's a better man than me.
Okay? We would have, Will Smith is a giant. He's a big man. He's in shape. He would have killed me.
Doesn't matter.
But we would have tussled.
We would have gone down swinging.
Bradley Cooper would have had to be like, Eric!
Which you would have loved. You're like, cut it out, Coop.
Get off of me, Bradley.
Get off me, Coop.
In the shallow.
This is what happens.
You're on right now.
When you start the hashtag Oscars so white. No. Well, that's what I was using that hashtag today.
No one at all.
Everyone's like, all right, we're even. We got him.
I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. It really felt like, this is a really
so
clear
mad he
indication
retired.
that we're not the cool club anymore.
We were all sickened. And those guys gave him a standing ovation. Everything he said was accurate.
Yeah, he's like, I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless en masse. I feel like, this is really clear indication of that we're not the cool club anymore, Jim Carrey said when asked.
I didn't understand that last line, but I agree with it. I didn't know how that connected, but he's right.
And then he said, I would have announced this morning that I will be suing Will for $200 million. Because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be big.
Why do I feel like Schultz? I don't think I've seen him in stand-up. Have I seen him in other shows or movies? List some movies or shows he's been in, because his face looks so familiar to me, but I don't think I've ever seen him do stand-up. Does he do stand-up? Is he just a comedic personality?
But that insult is going to last a very
No, he
long
does
time.
stand-up. You guys did say he does.
That's a great point.
This is going to be memes, it's going to be gifts, everything he ever does in his life is going to come back to this. And that's not overshadowed.
You know, the Oscars already announced that when Chris Rock dies, that's his in memoriam.
Wait,
They're going to show
true?
No.
That he's just getting slapped.
You see him getting slapped. But that's how it's going to live for the rest of his life. Even when he dies, you're going to see that clip.
Bradley Cooper's crying because he's like, poor Will. It's like, fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
I totally get why these guys are like, hey, I kind of don't want to get roasted. All right?
Sure.
Okay, I get that.
No, but sure. Fine.
So I acknowledge that that's fair. And so then, but then that's up to the Academy to figure out, this is what they should do. They write down the roast jokes. They hand them to the people. You like this? What you don't like, you don't like, because we'll take it out. Then they go, I don't want you to talk about my kids.
Done. Fine.
Okay, that one's out, and then we just move on from there. Then we do it like that, or just don't have that. To me, comedy died with that slap.
At the Oscars.
At the Oscars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you know what? Fine. They want to make that show. They want to make it prestigious and all that. You want me to do it? Do it good?
Just because you went to a B flat, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, he knows notes.
In memoriam of our careers.
He knows the sound different,
In
bro.
memoriam of the tradition of the Oscars.
Really? You're going to slap a guy over a freaking G.I. Jane joke? I don't care what happened in your life. before this, or he's been making fun of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith's relationship for a long time. It's like, yeah, because it's toxic. You can obviously see it's toxic. I mean, she publicly says she cheats on you all the time, and Will Smith's obviously in the closet gay, which is fine. Just come out, be free, be open, be gay, be happy. I mean, it's literally the most toxic relationship I've ever seen in my life, and that's coming from me. So I'm telling you, I mean, the fact of the matter is this, is the narcissism in the Oscars is disgusting. Why we are still glorifying actors and actresses is beyond me. I mean, dude, 100 years ago,
so close?
people would honor kill themselves and their families if their kids came out and said they were actors. I mean, it's scum shit. You're making believe you're someone else. I'm supposed to give you $1 million. Fuck you. I mean, what are you talking about? I hate it all. I do have an audition later, so fingers crossed I get it.
Just be honest and be like, hey, I don't like it when people fuck my wife. This is really hard for me. And no, I'm being serious. Like, if he just came out, he was like, guys, I've been lying to you guys, and I don't like it when people fuck my wife. That would be the most relatable thing that he could possibly say.
Yeah.
And it frustrates me. I've tried really hard to be okay with people fucking the dog shit out of my wife.
Extremely relatable.
Yeah.
Everyone's at home like, yeah, same.
I
feel the same way.
That's a bummer. Dude.
It's one of my non-negotiables.
Yeah.
My wife shouldn't get fucked by other people.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and you know about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's no way that we can control.
It's the second non-negotiable.
Yeah, like don't tell me. No, there's no way we can control if that happens. We can only, because if we don't know, we just don't know.
Right.
But there's no way in hell someone's gonna be fucking my wife and they're gonna still be my wife. That's just divorce right there. So you won't be my wife. You're not gonna fuck my wife, and I know about it.
Yeah.
You can fuck the woman I love.
You think
and the person I've dedicated my life to, but my wife is the only thing I can control. I can remove that wife thing. And I think that's kind of what's sad about this.
My buddy goes, he hit her, that's when he smacks Jada. And I go, he slaps like a man who knows how to slap. Yeah. Like to not leave a mark.
I watched it a million times. It's wild. First of all, you can't take a hit better than Chris Rock did.
He did.
It's
unbelievable.
Now, here's the argument that was had. Our bus driver said,
I know you.
No real man isn't gonna. If you start walking to me, I'm gonna put my hands up. That's what's so beautiful. Is Chris Rock really? He didn't think he did anything.
Yeah, I
And
was
he
just
had his
saying, I
hands
think he knows.
behind his back.
He wasn't expecting it because it was Will Smith.
Nobody's expecting the Fresh Prince to hit you.
The
I said if it was Russell Crowe marching up, Chris Rock would have been like, whoa. You know what I mean?
Better luck getting hit by lightning than Chris Rock thinking in that moment he was coming up to hit him. He probably thought he's digging into the joke. Even when he's walking up, he's like, oh, here comes King
Yeah, he
Richard.
does look at him. He looked at him for like a second, second and a half, something like that. 1,000, 2 1,000. He looked at him for 2 seconds. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. Yeah.
He just whips it. Like
To see if he was gonna retaliate, I guess.
Tell Will Smith knows how to fight.
Also, look at him in his eye after he smacked him, I
What
think.
if he hit him in the temple? What if he hit him and Chris Rock slipped it and hit his head? What if he hit him and Chris Rock hit him back and they scuffled on the stage in that moment? There's so many things that could have happened that didn't. The best possible outcome after that slap is what happened.
It's why Chris Rock deserves an Oscar for the way he behaved after, because he behaved after in a manner that allows it to escalate. I'm ready for this. Ready?
Well,
I think they walked backstage. They said, "Would you like him removed from the venue?"
That's what I think.
And I guarantee you that Chris Rock said no. He's going to win an Oscar with King Richard. I'm cool. I'm not hurt. Let's move forward. And I guarantee you that there's a lot that's going swept under the rug. That Chris Rock is a little bit of a hero for this.
Where the fuck was Amy Schumer and Wanda Sykes and these people?
To go give some.
Where are they at? Where are they at? Coming out and be like, damn, one of our people got slapped. Imagine if Will Smith, he wouldn't have slapped Amy Schumer. No, he wouldn't have. He ain't crazy.
Right.
But what if he would have, in the middle of her doing that same joke or anything about them, went, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. If he would have done that, today, he'd be done.
Yeah, they would have cooked them. They would have cooked them on
Will
site.
Smith, what's that smell?
Is that Will?
That's Will.
They would have cooked
That's
his ass
the
on
frying
site.
pan. Is that Will Smith?
I mean, what else was there to think? And then what about the other some comics just like typing in all capital letters for like 3 days in a row? It's like, all right. Are you really this upset, or are you trying to get some of this stink on you so you can sell some more fucking tickets? There you go. It's fucking 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row you sustained that level.
Listen, you might hear some things that you don't like, and you will stay in your fucking seat. I'm not saying that I can fight.
I'll bite your fucking face off. Fuck your face off.
People who were like, you know, like especially it's women too, like, I want a man to protect me like that. Oh, so you want a man to embarrass himself on his biggest moment in his life? Yeah. You want a man to go to jail for you. So you want a man to look like a fucking idiot on national television for you. Who's that for? Huh? Who's that for? All these women out here like...
Yo, I know women that like that. New dudes show out like that, flipping out, punch dudes, knock them out, all that stuff. For little stuff...
I need a man like that. No, you don't. You need a man that knows how to control his fucking temper.
Right. Protect you when you need to be protected. When some...
But you know that dude stay getting in trouble. I know I grew up with a bunch of them.
He was physically assaulting you or trying to physically threaten you. That's not the same thing.
He easily could have stepped to Chris afterwards.
100%.
At the Variety Fair party.
100%.
Homie, come here for a second. Can we talk?
Yeah.
See, I feel like you got an issue with my family. Can we talk about this? That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Even if backstage you would have been like, yo, man, if it would have been like Will Smith got into a shouting match with Chris Rock backstage, we would have been like, oh, maybe he took offense to that.
You probably would have taken Will's side. You know what? If he went backstage and you heard Will Smith got in his face and was like, don't ever talk about my fucking family ever again, you'd have probably gone, damn.
I keep saying this ain't about no protecting my wife.
No, it's not.
This is about
some bullshit they got going on.
Time and place.
Right.
It's about have some decorum, man.
Yeah.
Have some class, motherfucker.
It's so funny to me that Hollywood was demanding that the Ukrainian president be invited to the ceremony so we could stand with them in like civilized solidarity. And then this is what happens. This is the event. It would be like if you had like, you know, your wedding. At your wedding, two of the groomsmen got into a fight or something. You know what I mean? It's just so embarrassing.
If I'm on the street and Chris Rock comes up to me and makes a joke about my wife, who has a condition, I'm going to slap Chris Rock. If in the context of the awards, he's a comedian that riffed a joke that may not have known about her condition, that also, by the way, Jada, I think, was online saying, like, you know what, I got a humor, all you can do is laugh, I'm going to shave my head, you know, it's no big deal, I accept it. You know, he was like, I love you, can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 3. It's almost just like, she shaved her head, you shaved your head, you're a badass, you can be in that. It was almost like borderline of like, was it supposed to be an insult to her?
I don't think
know
so.
if it was.
I think it was just a dumb joke. Like
I think it was because she's bald.
Laughing.
Well, Will laughed, which was the creepiest thing.
No, it's not creepy.
That's creepy to me. Because he went like this, he went, oh. And then you see him kind of look over at her, and she's rolling her eyes.
And that's when the moment.
And then, like, the dragon.
Yeah, I don't think it even shows him looking.
Chris Rock just was in the way.
100%. I know. It wasn't about the
find
joke.
out he was like, you know, he did something to her.
Well, you know, there's all those rumors that she was, you know, fucking one of Jaden's friends or some bullshit.
Like, all their business is in the street.
How was your weekend?
I keep forgetting about that part. That he laughed first. That's one of the things that makes it look really bad. It's like you laugh first, though, man. Like, if the camera hadn't caught him laughing first, that would look real different to a lot of people.
I don't have like a bunch of shit about what happened. So if you came to hear that, I had like a whole show I wrote this weekend. And I'm still kind of processing what happened. Like so at some point I'll talk about that shit. And
I could have sworn people were telling me part 3, do part 3, do part 3. Corey Holcomb's in it. I don't see him in there. I didn't see Corey Holcomb in there. All right. So there we go. We got part 3. We got part 3 done. I have talked and talked and talked and talked and talked about this, so it is time for to get back to our regularly scheduled programming. I guess I'll sprinkle stuff here and there, but yeah, time to move on for the most part. A couple of sprinkles here and there. 10 million subscribers. Woo!